Definitely everyone wants to be a millionaire. At one point of your life, you want to be a billionaire and have a lot of money. But having the mindset of a billionaire, that is the most challenging part. How do you tune yourself to have the billionaire mindset? This is a question that most people ask, and today we're going to be answering that question. How do you tune yourself to have a billionaire mindset? My name is Emma, and welcome to Finstock Biztalk. This is a channel where we talk about businesses. We give you tips and insights on how to run, start, and manage your business. And one way to tune yourself to have a billionaire mindset is, number one, is focus on your goal and works toward it. Work towards it. Most people and most billionaires, they started with having a goal, and the next step they did is they worked hard towards that goal. And many people, what they do is they have a goal, but once they face a challenge, they neglect that goal, they run away, and they give up easy. If you want to tune your mind to be thinking like a billionaire, you need to now have a goal and focus all your energy towards that goal. Work yourself out of, if you have to spend sleepless nights thinking about it or working towards that goal, then do that. And you find that once you develop that habit of working yourself or maybe tuning yourself towards that goal, you now your brain starts to adapt to that reality and you develop a billionaire mindset. And then number two is get a coach or a mentor. If you find a mentor or if you find a coach who will be guiding you on these steps or showing you the right track to becoming a billionaire, or someone who has already gone through the path of achieving their dreams, and they show you how to go towards or how to navigate those paths, you find that life becomes more easy and like you doing everything all by yourself. So it is good, if you want to really have a billionaire mindset, find someone who already has a billionaire mindset, and they are going to train you on how to maintain this mindset. Because most of the time we find that we have developed the mindset, but in the middle we just lose all the focus. We find ourselves, we are disoriented and we're giving up. So it is good to find a coach that will help you to remain focused and who will be checking up on you and asking you on your progress on whichever the goal that you want to pursue. And then number three is try to have multiple sources of income. If you investigate, you'll find that most people, most billionaires, they do not rely on one source of income. Unlike most people, we find that if you're owning a salon, that is your sole source of income. But you find that someone who has a billionaire mindset, you find that they have started a salon and they have opened a mitumba business. They are selling shoes. In the evening, they are making chapatis and selling. So you find that they have many sources of income. And once you start developing these skills or starting developing these side hustles or these side businesses, you're accumulating a lot of wealth. You are generating a lot of revenue from different sources. Apart from your sustainability going up, you find that you're also developing some skills like leadership skills, adaptability, problem solving. These skills, they are coming in hand because you're not just relying on one place. You're brainstorming your mind to come up with more solutions and you're solving money issues using many sources of revenue. And then number four is take risks and demand excellence. And when you're talking about taking risks, this is where you don't sleep on your comfort zone. You develop the sense of becoming a risk taker. Remember, if you're starting a business, it is a risk you're taking. So you should be prepared to be a risk taker if you want to become a billionaire. You find that most billionaires, especially in the world, they have taken risk. They have lost a lot of money, but they have also gained a lot of things after they took that risk. And sometimes taking a risk may not really benefit you the way you want. Sometimes you benefit by gaining more knowledge on how not to do certain things. So it is good to become a risk taker. And when you're talking about demanding excellence, this is where if you're doing something, whether you're maybe shooting a film, if you want to maybe become the best journalist there is, demand excellence. That is where you doing your whatever you're doing in the most excellent way that you can. And that also applies to your colleagues. Show them that you always, whichever the work that you're delivering, it needs to be up to standards, needs to be the best. And you find that they will also be giving you good work and the best work because you have already created that environment that where you only receive or you only appreciate things that have been done up to the standard that you want. And you find that everything that you do, it's good to maintain some level of excellence, and that is how you develop your billionaire mindset. And then at number 5, be a real-time doer. And when you're talking about being a real-time doer, that is where you dream big, you work hard, and don't give up. Most people, they want to be billionaires, but they are not ready to take up the task. They're not ready to go the milestone that is needed. They want to be billionaires, yes. They want to have this. They're always daydreaming of how they want big cars. They want a luxurious life. They want a lot of money, but they're not doing anything about it. They just want to relax, and things, they expect that things will just come along the way they want. But you find that most billionaires, they started from something, like they started with a dream, and they worked hard towards that dream. And whenever they faced a challenge, of they faced a setback, they always overcame it, and they rose above the challenge and created it to be an opportunity or a stepping stone to their life. So once you start now becoming a real-time doer, you find that even your mind, you have tuned it to in a way that it doesn't accept failure, it doesn't accept setback. And once you start tuning your mind like that, you find that you're not faced. You see, when you see a challenge, you always think that, yes, I'm going to come out of this challenge, and you're always looking for a way to come out of that challenge. So yes, those are the 5 ways that you can tune your body, or you can tune yourself to think like a billionaire. I hope you have learned a thing or two. If you have learned something, make sure that you comment in the comment section, and I'll be sure to read it out. And make sure at the end of this video you like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit on the notification button, so that every time I upload a new video, you can be notified. And if you're interested in learning more about business, entrepreneurship, and everything relating the world of business, enroll at Finstock Evarsity College. This is an online college that offers short courses, diploma, certificates at a very affordable rate. Visit their website at www.finstockevarsity.com, or call them at 0703-313-722, or send them an email at info@finstockevarsity.com. Until next time, goodbye.